Hey, hi, how you doing? It's Whitney, bro. And you are obviously back for another one of my videos. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a very simple get ready with me for work. This one's going to kind of lean more tutorially rather than a chit chat get ready with me. So if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and keep on watching. For primer, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Power Grip with niacinamide. And I'm just gonna do like 1.5 pumps of that and then just pat it all over my face. And we are gonna wait the full 30 seconds for this to dry so that the tackiness is at maximum effect. The next primer product is gonna be the Porefessional Hydrating Primer. I have fallen in love with this primer. I actually found it at Goodwill. And whoever worked at Goodwill obviously didn't know what somebody had returned to them. It still had the seal and everything. And they had it marked for like $1.80. And as soon as I saw that and I saw that the seal was still there, I said, you're coming home with me. Because even if it was horrible, $1.80 for a benefit product, that's crazy. And I just like to put it under my eyes to help fill in certain areas, and then the rest of it I just split between 2 fingers, and then I like to smile to see where those lines really are, and then I give it a good rub around my mouth and under my nose. I basically put this primer everywhere where my foundation normally would settle or would start to crease. Those are the areas where I put the Porefessional, and the Power Grip I like to use on the outer perimeter of my face to help with the longevity of my makeup. My base for today is going to be the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter and the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Foundation and Concealer. And I'm going to be mixing those two on the back of my hand. I already have them both here. Now we're going to mix and get the correct shade and finish that we're looking for, because the Pure foundation is a very, very thick formula, very, very thick, and the Halo Glow is the exact opposite of that. So mixing the two together, we're going to get a really nice finish somewhere in the middle of the two. I think I really like this mix because it kind of brings the best of both products, because the Pure is very, very heavy coverage by itself, and the e.l.f. Halo Glow is very light coverage by itself. So by mixing the two, you kind of get a really, really nice happy medium where you're getting the coverage you want without that thickness, and you're getting the radiance that you want. It's all a game of give and take with mixing base products, which is why it's one of my favorite things to do. I literally just do it on the back of my hand. And I always have my makeup eraser handy. This thing is filthy. As you can see, I use it all the time, literally every day that I do my makeup, which is at least 4 to 5 days out of the week. As you can see, a really beautiful finish, but then we also still got that nice coverage from the Pure foundation. So for my bronzer and my blush, I'm going to be going in with the Rachel Leary X Revolution. You can tell I've well loved the bronzer in this palette, but we're going to be going in for both the bronzer and the blush in this same exact palette. And I really just like to place the bronzer initially on my cheek area and then kind of go back and blend it. It's just the best. There's just nothing quite like bronzer. Nothing just hits the way that bronzer hits. And always remember, bring your brush to your face, not your face to your brush. That's the easiest way to get a way better blend and for everything to look a lot more natural and seamless. Because when you start squinching part of your face, unless you're squinching all day, your face falls and those muscles aren't sitting where they were sitting while you did that. And then you let go, and then all of a sudden things don't look the way they did when you applied because you're moving your face instead of your brush. On to blush, I'm going to be using that shade Rosé in the middle. And this blush is super duper pigmented. I always forget how pigmented it is in between uses, but that was just a couple taps in the pan and it's given that kind of pigment. So same thing on the other side. And I like to tap my blush to where it's the most pigmented here and then have it fade out down my cheek. But I don't like to do my apples because I have a very round face as is, and we're trying to snatch and lengthen, not round. So that's why I like to kind of do a very small blush drape and taper that blush inward. Beautiful. Next, I'm using the e.l.f. Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener.
Two hours later.
I'm always of the opinion, especially with setting spray, more is more. So, you know, do what you need to do. Now that everything's nice and set and meshed together with that spray, we're going to go in with the Laura Geller Baked Gelato Lace Illuminator in the shade Gilded Honey. Sadly, I don't think you can get this anymore, and it makes me sad every time I use it. Thankfully, I still have quite a bit in the pan because you really don't have to use a whole lot. That's one of the kind of beauties of highlights. We're going to go in with the Benefit Gimme Brow. This is a little sample I got from Ipsy. This is in the shade 4.5. I previously used to use the shade 5, but the 4.5 has really grown on me. For some reason, it doesn't give me the gray the way that number 5 does. I really love this product. I'm going to be sad when I run out because I hate buying expensive things. But I'm going to have to put this one to the test in a video against the e.l.f. one since I have compared them so many times. Shade-wise, they are a bit different, but functionality is where they would be on the same playing field. And for just a little something on the eyes, nothing too much, I'm going to go into the Sigma Quarter Rosa palette, and we're going to use the shade Belle of the Ball right here. And I'm basically just tapping that. It's kind of this nude sparkle, but I'm just going to tap that in the very center of my eye. I'm going to use another clean finger to tap out the edges just so I'm not adding more pigment. It is a really, really pretty shade. But like I said, concentrated pigment in the middle, and then with a different finger, just blending out those edges. It gives just a little bit of pop of something on the eyes so they're not completely blank, but then we don't have to go through the effort of eyeshadow. With lips, I always like to start off with a clean, clear gloss or balm. This brand doesn't exist anymore, so I'm not going to tell you who it is. It was a very small indie brand. I wish I would have gotten more of them when that brand still existed, because it's a very good lip gloss and it tastes good. It's one of those like you're like, oh, I'm gonna eat that. And I do this just because I have dry lips. I like to give all my lip products the best playing field, and so I do so by providing a gloss or a balm in a very thin layer. I'm going to be using the, what is this called? The Smashbox Be Legendary lipstick in the shade Dirty Matte. And I'm just going to gently apply that. And we can be kind of sloppy with it because we're going back in with the lip liner. Now I'm going in with the shade Vamp. I'm just doing the perimeters, and as you can see, that's not blended, but I'm going to go back into that. It's the same brand that their gloss was discontinued. This is a colored gloss from them. Any colored gloss you have would do. And I'm going to go over those areas and blend them out. And with a gentle pat of the lips, that is going to complete the finished look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching me do my work routine and me talking you through it. If you'd like to repeat it on your own time, feel free. Or if you want to take any of my techniques and try them out, let me know how they work for you. I would be so happy to hear that. And if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.